men also bring guidance to the relationship or to the table, whatever you want to call it. They bring guidance in all different ways and aspects. They bring guidance in financial ways. They bring guidance in structure. They bring guidance, I honestly believe, in every aspect. Besides, I would say, besides maybe the emotional standpoint, I don't think they bring guidance into that. But when it comes to just about everything else, they bring guidance and structure, because especially now, if you just, put two and two together, I think it's a beautiful thing. We spoke about this before, a beautiful thing that women are making more money and they are becoming so much, they're actually fulfilling a lot of their potentials. But it's still very new. There was something that I read online or no, I didn't read it online. Rashawn mentioned it before on a show where he said that 75% of women don't know what to do with their money when they get it. So in terms of maybe financial literacy, successful men, not all men, because I don't think every man.
Okay, let's talk in averages.
Yeah.
Like we know what the averages are.
But even in my relationship, you know what I'm saying? I've gave guidance. I've made game plans and strategized. How are we gonna get from A to B? How are we gonna get from B to C? How are we gonna get from C to D? I'm really the one that's kind of putting most of that together, majority of it. So I think that's what I'm really speaking about when I'm talking about guidance.
So I have a question for both of y'all. Do y'all think that the average man who's making $45,600 some odd dollars a year, the average man living in New York, Can
we give an age on this average man? Hypothetically, since we're speaking.
I don't know, like 28, 29 to 40. They're reasonable.
So,
I'm just saying, because y'all are obviously speaking from a different perspective, right?
Yeah.
So,
but I'm in that age group.
No, not the age group. I'm just saying where you are in life as far as success, as far as where you see yourself financially, throughout your life path. Yeah. Do you really feel like the average man is able to give guidance? Do you feel like the average man is financially literate? Do you feel like the average man knows how to mentally, physically take care of himself?
No, but let me jump in. You have to put some responsibility on who you choosing and who you taking guidance from. Yep. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say that you're just going to pick any random man and he's going to be able to guide you and tell you what you need to do and how you need to do it. But you got to understand who you're picking if this is what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. Because if you're looking for stability and you're a woman, you're looking for certain things within a man. You can't not just find those things and think that he's going to be able to do what you need him to do. You have to look for what you need and pay attention to what they're bringing to the table. If they're bringing great things to the table, they're smart, they make good decisions for themselves, they're always on point, then you can gauge and say, yo, I got a dude that's, that's paying attention, that he's on his dean, he knows what he's talking about, he's clean, he works hard, he pays his bills, he got good credit or don't, he's working towards it. You know what you have. So you know if you can follow his lead. And if that's what you're looking for in a man, then it's key that you pay attention to his qualities and what he can or can't do. If we want a woman, and Rico wants a woman that cooks and takes care of home, and she doesn't have those skills, and he decides to make that his wife, I'm going to be telling him, what did you expect? She's not just going to find these skills. You have to pay attention to what you want. You have to know what you want. But we as people fall in love and we don't pay attention to what we want for ourselves or what we personally need. We go with the joy a lot of times. So if you're a person that's clean and you want your house right, you might be with a woman who isn't beat for that. She might want to go make money. She might not want to take care of the home, but you like her. Are you going to say, I don't want to be with her because she doesn't have these couple of qualities that I want her to have? Or are you going to adjust to that? And that's what a lot of women, I feel like, do. They think that they're going to adjust and they can pick up the slack for these men that they want them or would like for them to lead them. Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. My fault.
And I'm just saying, I don't know if women particularly want to be led.
Yeah.
I feel like we hear a lot of content creators and people in this whole like manosphere saying that, well, women need to be able to be led. But at the end of the day, just like you just said, women are only willing to be led, or should only be willing to be led, when they're going to lead you somewhere like good. Don't fucking lead me to the toilet. You know what I mean? I think that, and you're saying it for both sexes, and I actually appreciate that, because you got to pay attention to what somebody shows you and what somebody doing, because you can't expect them to do something after you get married, something totally different from when they was, beforehand. So
I think that you guys aren't thinking about the average person. I think you guys are not considering what the real average life, since you brought it, because the question was about the average man. Can the average man guide? That's what we were talking about, right? And between 29 to 40, and I'm gonna say yes. After approximately the age of 32, they say most men become financially stable around 32 to 35 or 33, whatever it is. And I kind of feel like I seen that growing up. I'm not considering my position. I'm not considering your position, his position of life, because it's unrealistic.
what's unrealistic?
Basically, the way we're able to live is unrealistic.
Why is that?
It's not the average.
Yeah, we only make up approximately 15% of the world, or 15% of this country, and it's even less when you think about the world.
Right.
So when you ask me, can a man guide a woman, I'm gonna tell you yes. Now, if you're saying, can a man guide a woman to 6 figures and he's not a 6-figure man, I would tell you no. Well, most cases, no, obviously. But I appreciate right now so much because you're forced to be a partner if you're an average person. I don't care who you are, guy, girl.
Why say forced?
Because
you need somebody else to survive.
You need somebody else to survive. If the average...
but you think people realize that, though?
Yeah, I do, because the average person, the average household in America...
They don't want to.
Yeah, no, the average... Listen, I got picked up. I was Ubering to my gym. I got in the Uber to my gym, which is like 40 minutes away. And the lady picked me up, and as she picked me up, she's driving me, and she's talking to me. And she's telling me about her life, and she's like, you live in these new apartments, is it expensive? And then she's like, where are you going the 40-minute drive? I said, to the gym. She said, you're paying all this money on the Uber to go to a gym? Like, I'm like, yeah, and she said, wow, you must have a lot of money. And I said, I don't have a lot of money, I just haven't, enough, whatever, to speed the conversation up. She goes on to tell me how since COVID happened, or actually before COVID has happened, her husband lost his job. She's a nurse, and then she also is now Ubering. He hasn't been able to get back into his job since the COVID, whatever.
He Ubering too, right?
No. So he's at home.
She's making $100,000 being a nurse, and she's driving a car.
Yeah, and she's driving a car. But
I know she's making $100,000.
They had bought the house. They had bought the house that they live at in the same town as me. I think she said 5 or 6 years ago.
So what's he doing?
Right now, he's doing nothing.
What you mean?
Right. That's what
You're talking about. He's not doing anything. So what
you mean nothing? He's just home playing Call of Duty.
Well, I don't know what he's doing at home, but I know that he's not working. She told me he's not bringing in any money.
She's capped.
So she's telling me how she's getting mad now because she's bringing in all the money for the last couple years, right? And she's like, first when the COVID started, I didn't care. But now that COVID is kind of like, you got to get up and go back to work. And he just hasn't done it, right? He was collecting unemployment. So I said to her, well, it's kind of crazy because, I appreciate the fact that this is the extent that you're willing to go to. She's like, well, we have, a 5-year-old and a 4-year-old and an 8-year-old. I got to also do my part. I can't be mad because he was doing his part before. This is just a downtime. And that's what I mean by people are forced to work together, because as a lot of people are not making money single-handedly. So when you're making money together, you're or even if it's one side, maybe you're making money now, you have the ability to make money too. So then if I go down, you pick it up. In the average world, not including us, in the average world, they're only making $40,000 a year each.
You have to.
You combining this to $80,000 to have a realistic.
They're not combining that though, bro.
I mean, I'm not gonna say they're combining all of it.
Homeboy is spending his 40K, right?
On everything?
Yes. And whatever is left.
Not in New Jersey, because the 40K isn't even.
Not in Rico's home. I'm a little lost by that too. Let me backtrack.
Please,
right?
because that's the one thing I can't get
because
past.
I'm a little lost by this too. Mm-hmm. If she's going to work,
Yeah.
and they have a family where they have a car that can be driven for Lyft or whatever.
yeah.
That's the question, brother.
Right?
Please.
Why is he not driving the car? And if she's crazy enough, right, to let him stay at home while she chooses to drive the Uber, she deserves what she gets.
She deserves what she gets.
She deserves what she
What do you
gets.
mean, like the money?
Why are we talking about homeboy? He's pimping, and she is doing what she's supposed to be doing, I guess, for him.
Wait, but what are her options?
Her options is, yo, Playboy, you see that car out there that I'm driving to go get the bread? You need to be getting up to go get that
But
bread.
he can still say no.
Okay, once he says no, boo, you know you picked the wrong person, and you need to make a move and do what you got to do.
Yeah, but
this is what I go back when I said from the beginning, and I'm gonna let you finish. That women have to understand who they picking and who they dealing with. I know you as a person, right? As a human being. Forget a friend.
No.
You're not going to let your baby mama go get a job and be a nurse, and y'all need money, and she's going to go out and drive the Uber. That don't make no sense.
So I know they've been together for 7 years. And I know that she said that he was holding it down before. So if this is the time where he's having a rough time bouncing back, why can't she do it for a year and a half, 2 years, you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't she complaining
But
to
I
you?
said this. I said
wasn't
this.
she
I'm with you on
complaining?
this one, then.
Huh?
But wasn't she complaining to you?
Of course she's going to.
No, don't be with him. She's complaining.
It does not matter.
Let him finish his story.
Stop. No, it doesn't.
She's complaining.
But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is we're not taking into consideration the average people. Like, Esso has been living a luxurious lifestyle since he was 18 years old. Okay?
No, it wasn't easy. So
whatever, it was still luxurious. I don't care the difficulty. You have these people who I don't know anything about their history. I just know he was holding it down for 7 years or maybe 5 years, because if COVID was about 2 years, you know what I'm saying? And I know the child is 7 at this moment. And she decided to pick up and do what she got to do. However it is, this is the time. What I'm trying to say is this is the time frame where everybody is forced to be partners for average lifestyles.
I lost my spirit. I got worn down by the music business.
Oh, talk on it. Okay.
All right.
Let's talk.
I have a wife. I do not hide that my wife makes a lot of money. I'm not going to even front on her. You know what I'm saying? For most women, she's not a millionaire, but she makes it easily $250,000 a year, every year for the last 7-8 years.
Well, you know she's in the top 5%.
Okay, so before that, she had one gap for 4 years where she didn't make no money. Mm-hmm. She laid on the couch and couldn't figure out what she was doing. Before that, she made a whole lot of money. I get it, right? Mm-hmm. I had lows because you work for yourself. There were times where I didn't have the money. But even when she was the one that was getting that bread, I still was pulling my shit too, and I was in a funk too. I didn't want to get up and go out. I felt bad about what was going on. I went from somebody making $300,000 to making $70,000, and for people who make $70,000, they don't think that's cool. No, it's not cool, nigga. When you making $300,000, no, you're poor. You're poor. Yeah. You go from being lit to poor. So don't tell me about getting up and getting up and talking about this homeboy, oh, I did it for 7 years. 7 years, bro. You talking to a nigga who been on his own since I was 16. You're not talking to me about 7 years.
But you understand.
And talking about you get a chance to take a break.
Esso, you're missing the point.
Okay,
though.
tell me the point.
The point is you think 70,000 is a little bit of money.
It is.
No,
But what I'm trying to tell you is the average people think that that's a lot.
No, listen, what he said going from 300,000 to 70.
I'm
but
broke.
that's a little.
But no. Scratch that. I don't even care. That's an irrelevant factor.
How?
Because in the conversation, when you're comparing average people,
Okay.
they will never hit 300,000.
Okay, but 70,000, I'm poor.
Guys,
Okay, go ahead. You got it.
Aaron, get a little
this is the
control.
thing.
You
What
got it.
Esso is saying is that he believes as a man, you can't just sit on your ass,
I agree.
regardless. And again, that's what y'all was saying the same thing. So right.
This is all time.
So like you can't just sit on your ass, funk or not.
Yeah.
Like if she at the hospital working, he needs to be in the Uber to live doing whatever.
Figuring it out.
Yes.
Something.
I'm just saying like even if my spirit is broken, I still got to turn my lights on in my house. I still got to eat. I still got to buy my medicine. I still got to put gas in my car.
You gotta try.
I still have to take care of 3 children. 3 little people who did not ask to be here. Broken spirit or not. Like, I mean,
you know what I
that's
hear?
what I don't understand.
I'm just saying.
Last week, Esso sat here.
Okay, what I say?
Last week, Esso sat here and said, if my wife is making 500,000 hypothetically, and I sacrifice it because there's no point for both of us to be working.
500,000, yes, that's half a million.
Regardless about the money.
A dollar amount is not regardless.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Just slow. If I sacrifice, right? If I sacrifice working, so then that way we can actually see each other, I'm looked at as a herb, and I'm looked at as a clown, and we agreed.
I agree.
Right? Now, what I'm saying is playing devil's advocate on what you're saying.
Okay.
We said, hypothetically, if she's a nurse and Ubering, 100,000 she's making, right? Right? You following me, right?
I'm listening.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay.
So she's making 100,000, and I don't know what he was doing prior. We don't know the specifics. I don't know. All I know is that they bought a house when he was working.
Great.
Right? So they got something.
And they're maintaining the house.
They
while
were
she's
maintaining.
working.
They were maintaining the house as well.
Let him
while
finish
he
like
was
you
working.
told me. Let him finish. You just told me. Let him finish.
I just want his facts to come out.
Me too. I'm waiting too. I'm waiting patiently.
Because I have to. No, you're not. So like,
I actually am this time.
are y'all waiting or y'all talking? So when it all comes down, he loses his job because of COVID, and then 18 months to 2 years, however long this time frame is, you're saying that it's unacceptable for him to take a break from working in totality. Mind you, like I said, he was collecting unemployment, so I'm not saying he's not providing something, but he's not working.
May I speak?
Go ahead. Yeah,
And
I'm asking you a question.
Would you like to go
No,
first?
I was going to say, and to clarify, this,
Okay, go
unemployment
ahead.
is like 60% of like what you make.
Whatever
I
you're
think, right?
making,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, he bringing in,
He's doing. I don't know what he was doing. I know that he was bringing in money, but I know he was not working.
Okay.
I'm just helping paint the picture. That's
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
All I'm saying about
I'm just asking it.
all I'm saying about this husband is this. My wife isn't gonna go and be a nurse all day and come home and drive a Uber in a car that I can drive.
I don't even know how that works, to be honest.
That's-
I don't think you can drive other people's cars.
They're married, correct?
That's not how. That's not
Are they
how,
not, are they not married?
That's not how that works.
I'm not going to have my wife
That's not how that works.
drive a Uber
When he himself can
or while you're at work, boo. If I want to spend the time with you, I'ma drive the Uber. I'll drop your ass off.
Right.
Right? I'ma take you to work, boom. You out. I'm gonna go do my time. I'ma do my time while you at work. I'ma come pick your ass up and we lit.
Right.
I'm not staying at home with no hope of doing anything. Even when my wife was home for 4.5 years, she works for herself. So I gave her that time to figure out what was her next move that she was going to do out of respect. Was she still doing little shit to get money? You're goddamn right she was. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick this up. I'm not just going to sit around and let you do everything. Now, whether it didn't matter to me. If our bills was $7,000 and she came to me, she said, I only got $1,200. I appreciated that.
Because she doing something.
That's
it. Better than nothing.
You're coming with the work with me. So so that's giving me the fervor to go out.
So wait, let me ask you a question.
YouTube, let's get the lights
Thank you. I'm out there like this.
But wait, so let me ask you a question. So is it the money or is it the fact that they're working?
Principle.
It's not the money. It's not the fact that they're working.
Okay, you
asked me a question. Okay.
Yeah. Because I want to make sure that you understand.
I understand.
No. I want to make sure you understand.
Okay.
Right? If somebody's getting money handed to them, maybe they had made an investment and they're getting residuals, but they're still not working. But she still gives that $1,200 a month, but she just doesn't do anything outside of that. Is that still okay?
You're contributing, but I'm still going to look for you to at least be trying to figure out how you're going to do because we're still not making ends meet. The way she's talking, the way Rico bought this thing, it doesn't sound like a temporary thing. It sounds like he did his 5 to 7 years and he checked out.
I didn't.
Playing Call of Duty.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, he's playing Call of Duty.
We can't.
Ben Simmons.
See, I feel like a lot of people do this, and it's catty to me when we try to add variables and sounds. All we're doing is taking skeletons and we're going. Don't add extra. I don't care what it sounds like. I'm telling you what it is. This is the known things that are going on. We can add what ifs on both sides of the form, both sides of the fence.
So I actually agree with you that I think that a man requires some form of leadership skills to have a successful relationship, successful marriage or whatever. And that's what needs to be brought to the table. But I also, and Alan will disagree because we've disagreed on this before, but like I also agree that like just because you got a dick don't mean you know everything. So that means you cannot lead in every single aspect.
100%.
Like I'll give you a perfect example. Like my husband knows a lot about like stocks and like, like that kind of stuff. And I don't, but I know how to buy, flip, renovate real estate. You know what I mean? I know how to manage a portfolio of real estate. I'm still learning, but that's my strong point. So if I say, hey, I just landed a deal and I took $60,000 out of an account, he's not gonna be like, what? You did what? It's because he knows that I'm strong in that area and he's willing to follow my lead in that. He knows I'm not about to lead us astray. But I just feel like, again, yes, you have to have some sort of leadership skills, but you got to understand your weaknesses. You got to understand your capabilities.
Wait, Erin. No.
Yeah.
He's still leading.
That's what I was going to say.
He just trusts your direction.
That's what I was going to say.
See, a good leader trusts the people around him. They have the right direction. See, a leader don't have to be in the front.
Yeah, he doesn't have to take control.
He just trusts your direction.
He puts the
if
right
I'm
people
leading
in
my
position.
wife and my wife says, don't buy that stock. I'm like, all right. Why? She's like, because of this and that, because I did with this. I'm like, cool. I trust the direction, but I'm still leading.
How are you still leading if you don't even understand?
It's his money. He's buying the stock.
If it's not his money, it doesn't have to be his money.
If you don't even understand what your wife has done, that ain't your thing, but she makes good.
Can I give you an analogy?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand.
So you can still be the leader and not have to take full control of every single direction. For example, and don't hone in on the words, but a boss, right? Like a boss of a company, he can know nothing about marketing.
Yeah.
But
top line, he will absolutely know top line about marketing.
Okay, so he knows nothing about being a custodial worker.
You can say a music business.
It doesn't matter.
Person,
It doesn't
boxer,
matter. He doesn't know every single thing. So what he's going to do is hire people who are better than him at those jobs and duties to fulfill it. So a man being a leader, like in the analogy that you just, or the example that you just gave, he could still be leading. He just trusts your direction. All right, cool. She's already proven that she's strong in this area. I don't have to lead here in a sense with take control. I'm going to just follow her direction. But if you start to make mistakes, best believe he's gonna say that 60,000 that you try to take
We're gonna
out.
bring that back.
No.
No way. Exactly.
Wait. So I have a question. So what if he makes a similar, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I think this is a good investment, a good whatever, and then he loses the same 60,000.
He's not a good leader.
Yeah.
What?
But he is good because it depends on who made the 60,000.
We made the 60,000.
He's joking.
We made the 60,000.
He's joking.
Esso.
But I'm just saying, like,
Chill, renegade. Chill. It was a joke.
I'm really trying to understand. It's like I kind of get what you're saying. However, when I'm looking at it like from a macro level, like
I get what you're saying.
like I get CEO. Like
get what
you
you're
know how to
saying,
look
too.
at a P&L. You know how to look at like all the EBITDA. Like all the finance stuff that you need to know how to.
Speak English for these people.
No,
They
but I'm
don't
just
know-
saying these are. Am I
They
right?
don't know those terminology. They don't know.
So all the finance.
She's bugging like.
All the
so they're
finance
gonna
and
know
business
what
things that are
EBITDA means?
pertinent to a business.
What are we talking about? Are you not masculine? And even this woman right here will look at another man and be like, yo, this woman is leading you? Are you serious? Like, what kind of man are you? What kind of man are you? Because I'm looking for a man that even though if I want to be a leader, he got to be able to lead me too. Is that cap? Is that cap, renegade?
I think he has to. No, you're partially right. He has to still. He has to allow me to be able to lead in the areas that I'm stronger in.
If you see a woman and a man, and the woman is the leader, how you gonna look at that man? Look at that camera and tell him.
I'm gonna be like, I guess that's how y'all roll. That ain't
Oh, God.
for me in my house.
That was not.
That's not the question. I guess that. How would you look at that man and would you look at that man with respect?
No, real talk. And so I'm a person who
answer.
says it. No, I am answering. I feel like if that's what worked for y'all, that's for y'all.
Would you look at that man
Yes,
with respect?
I would still respect him. I would still respect him, but I'm gonna be like, you know what?
There we
That's
go.
what y'all do.
When they say but, that means no.
No, that's not true. I'm just saying
When
that's
she
what they
said,
do.
I would do that but. As soon as she throws the but in there, that means, nah, you whack.
Man, I ain't got
So
no
if you
judgment for
want
nobody else.
something that looks like this, you better be a leader, okay?
Yeah, I actually think a man still can lead you if the sex is bad because I look at everything 80-20. Like, just because the 20% ain't right and the sex is whack, it doesn't mean you're not smart. It doesn't mean you're not capable. It doesn't mean you lack skills. It doesn't mean you're not intelligent. It doesn't mean you're not resourceful. It doesn't mean you don't know how to maneuver. So yeah, like if you've proven yourself in all these other areas in 80% of this relationship, I'ma still respect you. I mean, I might get dick from somewhere else.
Oh, thank you. All right. Thank you.
I'm just
And I appreciate her honesty. Thank you.
No, but listen.
She lost me for a
No,
second.
but real talk, like
She brought me right back.
I still think that you can still add value to the relationship as far as leadership.
That's most women's
Do you want
lives.
to be that man, Rico?
That's most
Do you want to
women's
be
lives.
that guy?
No. But I would never be that guy. But that's most men's reality.
Talk about, what are you saying?
I'm saying that they have a woman who they're not satisfying. And the only reason why she's still there is because he has some type of financial literacy to get them out of the fucking hole that they're in.
Well, no, I don't think it's just that. I'm saying like
Women, go ahead, listen.
I look at it at
Let her say what she gonna
80-20.
say.
I just believe nothing is gonna be perfect. Nothing is gonna be 100%.
So you would be with a man. So if your husband's sex was trashy, you still gonna rock with him?
What I'm saying is that marriage is a business.
So that.
And everybody knows my position
so
on
that
that.
trashy sex is a part of your business.
Hey, I don't know. I guess I'd have to figure it out.
No, I'm just saying I see an influx of women dating herbs because they have money. And most herbs with money are not leaders. That's all. So maybe y'all playing the game and y'all playing it well, or maybe you're just naive enough to not know that he's not a real leader.
Oh, I can't speak for them, but
Yeah,
I feel what you're saying. Again, I don't look at everything as being like perfect and 100%. If you have proven to me that you have the skills, the capabilities, X, Y, and Z to like lead us in our marriage and as a business, and you good to me, yeah, I'm gonna respect you as a leader. Period. Like I don't, because again, like love is love. Sex is sex or whatever, but marriage is a business. And I think like whoever doesn't look at marriage as a business, like you're sadly mistaken. And I'm not even saying just financial. It's everything. You know what I'm saying? Just like in a company, you have revenue, departments that create revenue. You have departments that spend money. You know what I'm saying?
The women spend money and the men create revenue.
But that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that like, you know, if
I don't look at my marriage like a business.
it's a bit.
If I did,
I'd probably treat it.
if I did, I'm gonna be honest, I would have more women.
But the thing is that the thing is that you love your wife, but you don't ever look at the business aspect of marriage.
No, I don't ever. I look at love. I'm not thinking about money. See, but I'm different. A knows this, Rico knows this. I'm not a money dude. I've been fortunate, I've been blessed to make money, but I'm not a money guy. I go back and forth with them about that. I'm a love, affection, time. I'll go on a ranch and grow food if I love you. I don't care. What I learned from doing this stuff, everybody's story is different.
Yeah.
I understand that my story, I've been fortunate, I've studied, I didn't talk to people, but people came and talked to me. That's fortunate. You know what I'm saying?
You used to stutter?
Real bad, right? Growing up with the girls, I've been fortunate. I'm not saying I look like Denzel Washington, but I've been fortunate with women. You know what I'm saying? So the way I see things is, I'm a togetherness style of person. That's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about money. If me and her per se was married, I don't need nothing. I need her love, and I'm gonna do whatever we gotta do for you to be good, and I'm fine with that. I'll sacrifice or whatever. I'm more on the togetherness. I want to die with my partner.
Damn.
Can I present this?
Romeo and Juliet type shit.
That's just who I am as a person. You know what I'm saying?
So real quick, Queen G came back. She says, "Don't take it personal. I wish I could speak no text. He read it vague." She's talking to you, Esso.
Queen G,
Don't go in, please.
No, Queen G, no problem. You ain't got no beef with me. I ain't got no beef with you. It's all love.
I think it's. Go ahead.
So what I'm saying is that like and Alan hit the nail on the head. I am very practical. You know, like I always say marriage is a business because there's so many different aspects of business that people probably don't even realize in the marriage. When you buy a house, when you have to save to buy a car. Like, so what if my husband come home and said, "Oh yeah, I got a 10% interest rate." I'm like, 10%?